Hey y'all, today I wanted to do a video a little different from what I've done for the past couple videos. I wanted to do a simple smoky eye. So in this video, I really focus on the eyes. I showed some of my other makeup, but I'm really just focusing on eye makeup and kind of how I map out and do a smoky eye. You can do this with any color. So I use the Too Faced Natural Eye Palette. It's awesome. It's really, really good, but it's really thick and heavy duty on the outside. So I think it would keep the eyeshadows safe while traveling, and I've traveled with it a few times. And it also has a pretty big mirror. So this is awesome. I'll also write in the description box all of the other products that I use on the rest of my face if there's something that you're interested in. Hope you guys enjoy the video, and if you want to see how I do this smoky eye, then just keep on watching. I think that this can be kind of daunting for people who don't wear a lot of makeup or typically always wear the same eyeshadow colors. I don't wear like a smoky eye typically day to day, but I did my makeup yesterday with a smoky eye, and I thought that it would be fun to do a tutorial on a simple way to do it. Alright, so to start with the eyes, I went ahead and did my foundation, and I also prepped my eyelids with a little bit of concealer. The concealer that I use today is Tarte Shape Tape Fair Neutral 12N. This is like my favorite one to prep the eyelids with. So I'm just blending that a little bit more with my sponge. I'm using the Too Faced Natural Eye Palette. It's so pretty. It's all neutrals. If I had to pick one palette, I think this would be it. I don't know. I can't pick one palette, so I'm gonna try to zoom in on my eyes, but I don't know that that's gonna work. So I've got my mirror right here, and whenever I do eyeshadow looks on myself, what I try to do is I put my mirror as close in front of me as I can without being, you know, like all up on it. And then I kind of tilt it up. Whenever you're doing eyeshadow or you need to find the crease of your eye or whatever the case may be, it's easier if you're not trying to look into a mirror like this. If you kind of tilt down, it's just easier to see the natural shadows and hollows of your eye. I'm going to try to only use one brush because a lot of times you don't need a whole lot of brushes. This is the Morphe M443. So I'm going in with the Too Faced Natural Eye. I'm going to start with Strip Poker. And like I said, I'm going to look into my little mirror. And all I'm going to do is put the brush directly in my crease and kind of blend. Windshield wiper motions back and forth. And then what I do, once I get the color kind of down, I just buff in small circular motions. So I think it's always a little bit easier to start with a lighter shade and then build a little bit darker, then go in with a dark shade. A lot of times it can make your eyes look dirty. It can fall under your eyes. By the way, I don't think I mentioned this. I haven't done concealer under my eyes yet because I want to be able to wipe that away. You don't have to do it that way. It's just way easier in my opinion. I'm going to go in with the shade like darker than this, the other matte shade in the palette. It's this one right here. It's Cashmere Bunny. Same thing. Right in the crease. Place the color down. And then buff in circular motions. think I'm going to use 2 brushes because I need 1 brush with a lighter color. Now, I'm going to try to show. Okay, on this eye, it has kind of moved out a little bit. So you don't want to get too dark up near your brow bone or in the tear duct of the eye because it's going to bring everything down. You want to keep everything kind of lifted. So to brighten that back up, I'm going to go right under the brow bone with the lightest color, which is called Heaven. Just right under the brow bone to prevent that from looking too dark. And it's this color here. Same on the other eye. And then I'm going to go and just kind of touch that up one more time. I've got someone trying to come visit me. Alright, so this is really a good starting point for any eyeshadow look. So you can kind of go anywhere from here. You could do a really light shade on the lid. You could do no eyeshadow on the lid if you don't want to. Or you could go a little bit smokier. Kind of the best way to start is if you want to add a darker color, start out here. Try not to take a dark shade and just put it over your eyelid. A lot of times it doesn't make your eyes stand out, is what I should say. Your eye shape, your eye color, nothing. So I'm going to take the same brush. Now I'm going to go into the darkest matte color right here, which is espresso. And I'm just going to kind of dip my brush in really, really lightly. Oh, cool. I'm going to just take my brush and just lightly tap in that color. Okay, just on the outer portion. So when I say outer portion, if you look in the mirror, straight into the mirror or kind of tilted down, where your eyeball is, the entire iris of your eye, you're going to focus on what's outside of that. That's what I would consider. It's like the outer third of your eye. So I haven't blended it yet. So I just put that darker shade right there. And if I look straight ahead, you can tell it's kind of the outer third of the eye. Alright, so I've got the color kind of placed where I want it. And now I'm just going to blend. Just that little bit of blending, you can see what a difference that made. But really what made the difference is that we laid down the blending colors before we started. Again, you could be done here, but I always like a little shimmer. If you know me, you know I like a little shimmer. But I love this kind of middle shade here. It's called Push Up. It's this one right here. For this one, since it's shimmery and it's like a really soft shadow, I'm going to go with my finger. So I got the product on my fingertip. And then I'm going to look into the mirror again. And this color, I'm going to focus from the inner 2/3 of the eye. So we did the darker brown on the outer third. Now we're going to take this into the inner 2/3. And I'm just going to press. And it's okay if it overlaps some. But to me, it's easier to think of it like in thirds than if someone says, oh, I'm going to take this on the outer V of the eye. Well, not everyone's eye is shaped out here like a V. Mine's definitely not. So I think it's just easier to kind of look in the mirror and see your eye in thirds, like the whites, and then the iris of the eye, the color part of the eye. It's just easier to see it that way. And everyone's eye is a little bit different. So on you may have a little bit more out here. You may have a little bit less. But typically, this is just a good standard rule. and then you can change it to how you like it. But the shimmer, I think, makes it. I also like to kind of go with my lighter shades at the end because then they look really, really bright and pretty. Whereas if you do it before you do these darker shades, the darker shades can fall on them and kind of make them look dingy or dirty. So I like it that way. Since I'm basically done with the shadow, I'm going to go ahead and do my concealer. Alright, so I went ahead and finished the rest of my face, and now I'm back to the eyes to finish. So, the eyeshadow looks pretty good. Let me show you a quick little trick though. So, the easiest way to kind of bring the look together to brighten up your eyes and to prevent it from looking too dark is to go with a little bit of a lighter shade, and you can do this whether you use eyeshadow or not. This is the shade right here. It's Silk Teddy. This shade. Shimmery color. I'm going to go with my ring finger. Alright, so I'm going to look into the mirror again, and then this time I'm going to focus just on the tear duct area. So you can close your eyes or leave them open, whatever's more comfortable. But all you do is just kind of take your ring finger and press it right there. And then you can bring a little bit in. I usually do because I don't like it to look dark right through here. So this eye has it and this eye doesn't. You may not be able to tell a big difference on camera, but it does make a big difference. And if you want, you can take a little of this underneath your brow bone as well, if you're feeling fancy. Eyeliner now if you want, or you can just go with mascara, whatever you prefer. I'm going to do a little bit of eyeliner. I'm going in with a brown liner on my waterline, and this is my ultimate favorite eyeliner ever. I don't even know if it's sold anymore, and it's tough to find. So it's Jordana. It's only at Walgreens, and this is in the color Espresso Last. It's just a brown color, and I'm going to go in my waterline. So I just kind of gently open my eye just a little bit and put it right there. You can do brown or black on the top eyelid, so I'm just going to go with brown. Brown eyeliner is so much more forgiving than black. Other option that you can do is you can take the same brush that we've been using and you can go into the medium color. So it would be Cashmere Bunny right here. You can do it with any color. And what you can do is go right under the lid just to give it a little bit more smokiness. Again, that's totally optional. And you don't even have to do eyeliner on the bottom if you don't want to. I'm going to curl my lashes and put mascara on, and then I'll be back. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something new or saw a new tip or technique that you're going to try the next time that you want to do a smoky eye. If you're looking for a palette, that one is awesome. If you have any questions or any suggestions for other videos, please let me know, and thank you so much for watching.